So the world doesn't need a polished version of you. It needs that authentic self, that real version of you coming through. And that version of you, the one that's lit up from the inside, is the one that's really going to impact the world. So let me ask you, if no one noticed your achievements, would you still be proud of them? Like, really take a second and think about that. Would you still be proud of your achievements if no one else was noticing? And at a certain point in my career, I realized that the answer would be no. And that's when I realized I was chasing the wrong thing, that I wasn't actually looking in the right places to really find fulfillment and happiness, because I thought that was the way to find it. And I didn't actually then know where to look. So in today's video, I'm going into a few things you can start doing to really find fulfillment for yourself and unleash your authentic self. So thank you for joining me. I'm AmyC with You Finding You. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach. And currently, if you check in the dialog box below, you'll see that I have a roadmap to success. It's a freebie that you can snag up, and it's redefining success. So it's looking at it in a new way. Rather than chasing after these achievements, you'll actually start looking inward, which is what this video is about today as well, of looking at and taking a few steps that you can start looking inward to find real happiness and success. And currently I'm starting up a community with courses, and it's letting the body be our guide. And you can check that out as well. It's called the Body Wisdom Way. Again, the links are in the dialog box below. So when I started out in my career, I went into visual effects, and I was working my way up, like starting out in the entry-level position, and then I wanted more prestigious positions and ones that people looked at in a better way. Like, all of it was based on what other people thought about the positions or what I thought other people thought. And so I worked my way up in these positions, and then as well I started working on bigger and bigger and bigger feature films and more titles, and really going after these things that I thought, oh, as I got up and moved into these places, I thought I would be happier. I thought that it would fulfill me more. But instead, I chased after these things, and I moved up, and I never was really any happier. I was still enjoying what I was creating, and I liked what I was doing, and I was chasing after these goals. And I thought, okay, this is the way towards really being fulfilled in my life. But what I found is that I actually ended up getting more and more burned out, and I ended up chasing more and harder and working crazier hours to get to a place that, again, I thought I would be happier. And instead, I got to a place where I was the most unhappy in my life. I was not satisfied in what I was doing. And I was doing all this because I never felt good enough. I never felt that I was worthy. And so I always was chasing after these things, thinking that I will be better when I get these things, and people will then like me and love me and want to be around me. What I didn't realize is that people already did like me and love me and wanted to be around me. But there was a voice in me that's like, no, 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 you need to be better, because then more people will like you, or the right people will like you. But I actually already had it. I just didn't see it in myself, and I didn't acknowledge those things. But at a certain point, I pushed and worked and chased after so much that I got to a level where I was like, I can't keep going this way. I cannot keep working the crazy hours. I cannot keep pushing this way because my body can't handle it. I can't handle it. And I'm really not the happiest I've ever been. I'm the unhappiest I've ever been. And so I was like, well, where do I go from here? Like, how do I take steps forward to actually be really happy? And I started to see, and it took me 5-10 years, it took a long time to shift from this place, but I started to see that it wasn't in getting the accolations and the acknowledgments outside of me. It was actually starting to shift and look inward. and to start finding all the answers within me. So here's a couple things that you can start doing to shift, to start looking inward. And one of them is, at the end of the day, just checking what energies were you at throughout the day. When I say energies, it's like what drained you or what energized you. And so just noticing, okay, throughout the day, there were certain things that energized me more, that uplifted me. And those are the things that really light you up. Those are the things that really are true for you, that are more authentic for you. And the things that drain you are the things that you're doing to meet others' needs, you're doing to chase after the titles or the status, or you're doing out of the shoulds. So you can start taking note of, oh, these are the things that are draining me because I feel I need to do them, I should do them, I have to do them, versus the things that are, this is what lights me up, this is what energizes me, this is what really fulfills me. And then another thing that you can journal on or start looking at in yourself is, if there was no one else in the world, would I still choose this? So if you're doing activities throughout the day or things, or you have your to-do list, on that to-do list, would you still choose it if there was no one else in the world? And what this is doing is it's getting rid of those external influences and seeing really what lights you up. Like, what are the things like on this to-do list that you really want to do for you? And it's also getting rid of the judgments or the thoughts of judgments. If you look at, there's no one else that's around to judge you. There's no one else around to criticize or to say you have to do this. Rather, it's just you with you looking at, oh, these are the things that I really want to do for me. So these two exercises are just a couple things you can start doing to help you start looking inward and start shifting from that place of externally seeking and looking outside of you to looking inward, internally looking and paying attention to really what does light you up. And if you would like to do more with this, you can come join the Body Wisdom Way, which is listening to your body signals and starting to tap into an inner knowing inside of you that really is saying, this is what is right for you. This is what lights you up. So you can check that out. The link is in the dialog box below. So the world doesn't need a polished version of you. It needs that authentic self, that real version of you coming through. And that version of you, the one that's lit up from the inside, is the one that's really going to impact the world. And this week, try an experiment where you do something that really lights you up, like really delights you and brings you joy, and resist having to share it with others, just doing it just purely for you. And noticing then how it shifts your energy, noticing how you feel because you did it just for you. So thank you guys for joining me. And if you are enjoying and getting value out of these videos, do hit that like, share, and subscribe. And I would be curious if there's things that you want to learn about connecting within, about listening to your body wisdom and intuition, do put in the comments below. And I would love to create and share more with you guys. So thank you again. I'll see you in the next video.